Today I'm going to buy a Bugatti Veyron.
Ever since the release of the Veyron back in 2005, it's been a dream of mine to own one.
But there's been one big reason why I've not bought one over all these years, and that is the price.
These cars range from £1.5 million upwards,
Nearly 1.5 million.
Plus 2.7 million.
which of course is a gigantic amount of money. And combined with their huge, insane running costs,
2-year servicing is about 200k.
Bought a Bugatti Veyron. 6 months later, there was another $75,000 repair bill.
owning one of these cars never seemed achievable.
But today I think I've found the perfect car, and this might be my one and only chance to own a Bugatti Veyron.
Before I show you the car, let me show you how I potentially found my next hypercar.
We have been on some journey trying to find the perfect Bugatti to buy.
In fact, in the last video, we saw every single Veyron for sale in the UK. Some were too expensive, others weird specs, and the ones we wanted were sold before we had chance to buy them. But then we found a car off market, not for sale on the internet, which seemed perfect. The Sang Noir limited edition, one of only 12 in the world. Black tinted exposed carbon fibre body with a modern day looking tangerine interior. This car ticked all of the boxes, and you guys definitely agreed.
This seemed the perfect car for my collection. But then we spoke to my friend Ollie, a hypercar sourcer.
He opened his little black book and contacted his private clients who own Veyrons. He tried to convince one of them to sell their cars. Frustratingly, no one wanted to part with them right now,
As these are epic investment cars, raising in value month by month. But then everything switched up when he found a very different option. Good evening, sir.
Hey Mark, how you doing?
Right, I've seen your text. What's interesting mean?
So, we have found a Veyron that would be definitely to your liking, but there is a big issue with it. The fact that it's currently not driving. Because of this, we can get the car a lot cheaper.
So then, a broken Bugatti Veyron. You would have to be stupid to consider that. So, let's find out more.
So what exactly is wrong with it?
So, the information that we've got so far is the gearbox has got a fault. It did drive into the garage, but it does not have reverse gear as at present.
So this is one of the most sought after and expensive cars in the world with a kaput gearbox. And right now, we don't know why. But later in the video, we find out a lot more.
But the car has been worked on for, I believe, over a year now.
Yeah.
So I think the gearbox has been taken out to be fixed, but it could be an exciting project. I think if the price is right, and we can negotiate on that for sure.
If it's cheap enough, I'll turn it around myself. I'll push it around.
All right, mate. Well, look, I'll send you some pictures. Let me know if it's something you like, and then we can take things further and see what the next steps can be. Either going to go view the car, or potentially, get some more information from the owner about the history of the car as well.
Perfect. Right, I'll ring you back.
So, Ollie sent us over some pictures, and what we saw, I was not expecting.
That is beautiful. It's all on carbon fibre. That's cool, that is.
Yep, here it is, and my God, it is utterly beautiful. A Persang polished arches with a full carbon fibre bonnet, roof and rear end. I don't think it can get any better. And this isn't just any Bugatti Veyron.
Look at that bad boy.
Oh yeah, there's the Mansory.
Literally Mansory.
Yep, this is an actual genuine Mansory Veyron, a super rare, individually numbered, fully customised special edition. But as you will see shortly, this car was hiding a lot of secrets.
Let's call Ollie back because this is a definite maybe. This looks amazing. This looks better than any of the cars we've seen. Apart from it doesn't work, but we'll worry about that later. That proper looks like a Persang.
Well, exactly, it is. It's Mansory did a recreation for this individual who bought the car.
Do we know how much he's asking for this now?
So, Chris, my business partner, has the direct contact with the owner. Now, he has said that he will speak to the owner if it is something that is of interest to you. There's no point probing him for a price if you just say, no, it's not for me. I can speak to Chris tomorrow and then we can go from there, I guess.
Right, let me just calm down and think about this logically. Like Bugatti's brake, to buy one which is already broken would be really stupid. Really stupid. Imagine me saying to Jane, found a Bugatti Veyron, we haven't got to worry about it breaking, it's already broke. Exciting now. Bugatti Veyron, Mansory edition Persang. Yes, please.
Right, the question we need the answer to. How much is a broken Bugatti actually worth? We know it's got a bad gearbox, so obviously we need a price to replace that. But as that car sits today, what is the value in today's market? So I called some experts.
I've got a question for you.
Okay.
I have found a Veyron.
Right.
This is Matt from Furlonger Cars. We went to see him in the first Bugatti buy-in video. Their company are independent Bugatti specialists, and he showed us how much money they could save over the official main dealership network. They have seen nearly every Veyron in the country pass through this workshop, so hopefully he can help make a decision on this car.
It's a Mansory Persang sort of, I don't know if you say replica.
Yeah, we know the car. Yeah, I mean that's an interesting car. Okay, yeah, I mean it's a special car. What do you know about it? do you want me to tell you what we know about it, or?
Right, I guess you know the same as me then. Gearbox.
Yes. Yeah. I believe the gearbox definitely needs sorting.
I would guess it's a very bad sign that Matt instantly knew this exact car and the issues that it has.
Have you seen it?
Not recently, no, but I do remember it some time ago. I mean, it's quite an eyeful. Have you seen it?
I've seen some photos and it looks unbelievable.
Now, if we did buy a broken car, I hope Furlonger can save the day. Main dealers often just replace rather than repair parts, which is very expensive. But this car was made 20 years ago, so they can remake the parts out of better materials. And with Furlonger being a privately owned independent, they have no red tape or hoops to jump through.
The gearboxes, are an item that can be repaired, I'm sure. I don't know what needs doing to it. They've got clutch packs in them, got various sensors. Well, unless it's got something completely, is the casing's completely split or something's completely failed. But we would happily, take it, and I'm sure there won't be any issue fixing it. It's a very, very special gearbox, and Bugatti spent a lot of money having it developed, but it actually was built in England.
A UK-made gearbox is also very positive, so maybe we can get the parts we need.
I'm sure we will be able to fix it, whatever it is. It'd be good to know why. There was lots of different reasons why it had to be repaired, so it'd be good to know what the reason was.
Great news, Furlonger are not worried about stripping this and repairing, which could potentially save us ridiculous amounts of money. I have no idea of the Bugatti gearbox prices yet.
I'm sure a full rebuild on the gearbox is not going to be cheap. That being said, it won't be as much as a new gearbox, so you need to maybe think about what the gearbox is and maybe half that value or something. As a worst case, maybe, I don't know.
Worst case. One question, obviously you know the car. Any ideas, obviously so I can negotiate a price, what might that be worth? 9,000 miles, working.
Well, if it wasn't a Mansory, it'd probably be worth about 1.6, something like that, I reckon. The Mansory thing's an interesting angle because I think to some people it's a little bit, I suppose Marmite's a good term. Some people might not like it, but to the people who want it, it's so rare. And when those cars were built, I mean, when a Veyron Mansory was built, it was literally no budget. So it could be worth up to 2 million quid to the right person. The right person, obviously.
Wow, okay.
We need to do some maths. How much is a brand new complete replaced gearbox by Bugatti themselves? That would be the cost for the worst case scenario. If the car itself and the Bugatti built is less than the 1.6 million, then we know that we are winning. So, whilst we wait to hear back from Ollie, let's get a price on the completely new gearbox we may need. So we can work backwards and see what price we need this car to be. We are off to Bugatti Manchester, as we need to know the price and if you can even still buy a 20-year-old car's replacement gearbox. And I think for them to take me seriously, I need to look like I can afford to buy one, instead of my usual look that I'm about to steal one.
I didn't know you owned a suit.
This is my funeral suit.
Did you wear them to the funeral?
Oh no, these are my turkey specials. So I bought these as a joke. I didn't think I'd ever wear them, but today, because we've come to a posh shop, I think they were fitting perfect. Right, should we go find how much our gearbox is? Do you know what's really bad in this situation now? If they turn around and say, yes, £250,000 would be better, that's the best option. Them saying no is even worse. No secret camera today. Let's start off on a good foot. I think Bugatti are not over impressed with YouTubers at the minute. Oh, everyone loves my shoes.
Did they?
Yeah, everyone said, where did you get them from? Right, bit of a problem. They can't do it here in Manchester. It needs to be a service centre of excellence, which is only down London. And what do you think of when you think about London?
Expensive.
Exactly. So yes, we can get a new gearbox. They do sell them and they can fit them. So this is good. Worst case scenario, we can get this car back running.
So how much would a new gearbox be for a Veyron?
We don't know.
Oh.
Bugatti have promised a phone call back and a price on Monday. They need some info from the factory in France, and then we should be able to get a quote. But what I can promise is later in this video, we will be taking delivery of my own Veyron. But which one it is though? Well, right now, I just don't know. The Sang Noir is still available. It's very expensive, but it's a very special car. And importantly for me, we can't even film it if we do buy it, and I want you guys to be there. But this Mansory per Sang could be perfect, but it depends on the current owner's asking price and how much Bugatti want for a gearbox. You viewers, as usual, have been amazing. Since the last video, I've been sent every Bugatti for sale in the whole world. Even some private owners themselves have reached out offering their cars. They are located in every corner of the world. USA, China, Dubai, Germany, Monaco, and even one in Australia. But all the different cars you guys sent, after import duty, VAT, shipping and UK registration, every option was at least £1.6 million. And of course, it's a bit risky to buy a car from someone who sent a message on Instagram. But we do now have another new option, which I got sent to me literally hundreds of times. Bugatti have just released a new car, the FKP, and interestingly, it's a modern-day homage to the Veyron. It's a Chiron base and engine, but with a retro styling of the 2005 Veyron. This literally is the ultimate mix. Obviously, as you know, we've been struggling to get a car. Now, remarkably, since our video have gone out, Bugatti have made a one-off Veyron for us, which is really kind of them, and they've only made one. Obviously, I've not had the phone call yet, but let's not give up. There is one small downside. Yeah, they're saying about 10 million euro. Do you know what though? I think what this is saying is this proves what a car this was. You know, for them to even now to do a homage 20 odd years later when they've got a Chiron, and they've got the new model coming out. What's the new model called? Tourbillon. But one thing, I tell you what we have learned is how to say the word.
20 years after the Veyron defined.
So from now on, it's Veyron. Spaghetti Veyron.
All joking aside, there is pretty much no other options right now. And the longer I leave this, the more they seem to go up. Literally panic buying. So do we go Sang Noir or Mansory Veyron? But whilst we're waiting for the calls and prices from Ollie and Bugatti, in the meantime, we did some digging on the history of this broken car.
Good morning.
Hello, mate. How are you?
This is Chris, my friend Ollie's business partner, and very importantly, he is Mansory UK, and he knows every detail about this actual car.
So the car originally was a grey and Italian red spec base Veyron, were delivered new to Italy in 2007, I think it was, or 6. It was actually purchased by a royal family member in the Middle East who bought three cars and sent them all to Mansory. Apparently, the story goes that the guy that bought it couldn't get a Persang because there was only 5 made, and he really wanted a Persang.
Right.
So he spoke to Mansory to ask if they could do it, and then they converted the car to him.
So Mansory literally made everything on a brand new car. And the cost to do this? Everyone sat down?
I believe the cost was around 300,000 euros at the time, but that's going back to like 2008.
So would it be new panels, or is that rubbed down?
Yeah, completely new panels, yeah.
What is cool for me is this car was owned by Middle East royalty. But how did this car end up in sunny Britain?
So it was in Dubai, and a group of English guys, I think there was 3 English guys, bought 3 cars.
Ah, right, yeah.
So because the family wanted to sell all the cars at the same time. I think that would have been about 2012 or around that sort of time. It's a long time ago. And then the cars were in the UK for a few years. But the Mansory one got purchased by the current owner back in about 2016.
And so it's been off the road for a long time then?
Yeah, it must be 3 years off the road, I'd say.
Wow.
3 years. It's a great car and an epic story, but how the hell has this car been broken for 3 years?
I don't get it. Unless the only thing I can think of is when the car needed the gearbox, it wasn't worth the money it's worth now. So, do you get what I mean?
Yeah, so back then it would have been worth 900 grand, so
Yeah,
it's been like
so
half the price.
Exactly. So, like, say it was 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand for the gearbox, it wasn't worth doing. But obviously now they've increased in price. Maybe it's now worth doing, which I think would be a good shout. I think that would make sense.
And we have also done some internet stalking ourselves on this car to see what the car's X's look like. Don't pretend you haven't done this yourself. This is Exclusive Car Registry, a website actually owned by my mate Timothy. It uses the VIN numbers to line up all the pictures of a certain car. It's pretty cool to see its whole life timeline. You can even see from when my P1 was at its peak time of beauty. So let's find the spoon-coloured Veyron.
Here it is. Yeah, that's it, because that says Mansory wheels. Wow, look how shiny. How cool is that? That is amazing. Wow.
Definitely cooler than a normal Veyron.
Yeah, definitely. That's it.
Oh. That's not normal.
What the
That's why it's not been on the road for 3 years.
That's why the gearbox is knackered. Well, that's the end of that then.
Well, do we know that that's definitely the car? Well, that was on the road in 2025.
Oh yeah, well this isn't the car, is it?
That was nearly a curveball. Wrong car, luckily. Eventually, we found the one.
Right, that must be it. I'll tell you before we start doing that, let's see if it says anything. Here we go. Right.
Fake.
We'll have to get him to take that off. Right, this is it though. Right, so converted the Mansory in 2007. Right, let's see the crash photos. Please don't be crashed. Right. Oh, look at the carbon. I prefer that. Look, Dubai plate. Yeah, it's not sport seats. But there's that carbon there. The tinted windows. Ah, look. Yeah, look, red. This is the one, look. Right, so that's the colour it started then.
Horrific.
That is horrible, isn't it? No way, look at that.
That was 2022 as well, so that lines up with 3 years.
So that's sort of like when it broke then. Obviously, he parked so he could drive forward. I like it with the blue accents as well.
We also found the old registration numbers, UK, and even when it was in Dubai. And with a bit more of Googling, we found a video.
Ah, so this is the London car spot.
There it is.
No way. Oh,
Let's go.
is that it? Oh, there she is. Listen to that.
It's not knocking.
Oh, look at that. So I bet that must have been before it was registered in the UK then. That's when it was doing donuts. I think we found it. I think we found our car.
and we can all go, which is cool. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we don't know the asking price. Hopefully it's greatly reduced because this car is broke. This would leave us a bit of wiggle room to buy a new gearbox. We know in total this car running and sparkly shiny should be worth at least £1.6 million. Finally, we know how much a Bugatti gearbox is. Right, I have a price. I'm gonna have to sit down. £300,000. What is it? Magic. How can it be that much money? For £300,000, I'd expect somebody to change gear for me. Does it arrive on a magic carpet? Is it made out of gold? You can buy a house. I need a bag, Reese.
Should I call Jane?
As you can tell, that's a lot of money for a gearbox. Right, time for some good old-fashioned man maths. Car is worth 1.6 million. Gearbox cost ridiculous £300,000. So we need to get this car for, I reckon, about 1.2 million. And then we might just end up with the cheapest Veyron in the world. And remember, this is worst case. I have a lot of faith in furlongers, so hopefully we can get that gearbox reversing without having the need to buy a new one from Bugatti. So, how much does this owner want for this broken car? Right, good news, we've heard from Ollie. We're going to ring him now and find out exactly how much this Mansory edition, Persang edition Veyron is. This is the chance that we've been looking for. This is a chance to get the bargain. This is good news. Like, this might be the one because I love the colour scheme on this car. Right, fingers crossed. Hopefully it's 300 grand.
Good luck.
Hey mate, you okay?
Yeah, got some news?
I have got some news.
Good news or bad news?
I think it's okay. It's exciting. Spoken to the owner. He would like 1.1 for the car, which seems pretty good.
£1.1 million. Well, it's a ridiculous amount of money, but that is great news. That is lower than we needed it to be. Worst case, gearbox 300 grand, car 1.1, total 1.4 million, when we know this car is worth 1.6 million at least. But imagine if we repair and recommission a gearbox with furlongers for say 150 grand, then that would be a Mansory Persang Veyron for 1.25 million. 350 grand less than the 1.6 million that we know that this car is worth. What a deal.
Now, I haven't seen the car, apart from pictures that we have seen. I always like to go and see cars beforehand to make sure, no, I'm not wasting your time if you're busy. No, you've got lots going on.
We'll come with you, if that's all right.
You want to come?
Let's just take the gamble and go and see it.
All right, well, I'll speak to him and see if we can go and see it in the next few days. Is your diary looking good for the next couple of days?
Like we can go this afternoon. Literally, we can. This is like a dream come true.
Mansory Veyron. Mansory Veyron.
Veyron.
Mansory Veyron.
Spaghetti Veyron. Like Mansory. Like Mansory is so cool. Love it.
Veyron, Veyron, spaghetti Veyron.
So, today is a day we're going to see maybe the channel's new car. And good news, Reese has his camera with 2 batteries. And we are all going along together.
Veyron, Veyron, spaghetti Veyron.
But what we didn't know is we were about to walk into
Veyron, Veyron, spaghetti Veyron.
maybe the biggest mistake of my life.
We are 2 minutes away from seeing, hopefully, a bargain. Oh, that's interesting. Don't think this is Bugatti main dealership. Let's go with it. Just keep an open mind. This is bizarre. I wonder that says Porsche there. Oh, there we go. That's us. That's it. That's, yeah, this is it.
There's a scrap car on the roof.
But imagine, this odd location for a £1.1 million hypercar was nothing compared to what we were about to see.
It's like my house.
All paid for.
Oh yeah, you alright? How are you doing? Got me. Oh yeah, thanks. It's in 2 pieces, Ollie.
That's right. What you see here is apparently £1.1 million.
2 for the price of 1.
I'm not sure.
I don't think that works.
I don't think it's a good one.
Wow. That wasn't what we saw in the pictures, was it?
Fuck it. Why? I didn't even know a car could be in 2 pieces.
This is nothing, and I mean nothing like what I was expecting to see.
I can literally walk in between them.
Does that count as being in the car?
So the gearbox is definitely not there, is it? So that's been.
where that goes.
Yeah, the gearbox has been removed. Engine is in situ.
It's missing half the panels.
Need a hand.
It's full of oil.
Like Fred Flintstone.
Oh my god. Imagine Jane's face. Yeah, I'm gutted. I thought this was going to be the one. Oh, this was a waste of a trip.
Well, there's a project car.
Yeah, look though. Look at, is that the Mansory
That's the
glue?
glue, isn't it? Trouble is, this looks like Matt should be working on this, not us.
This is one of the most complex cars ever built, in 2 pieces, with most of the bits missing and rubber gloves over a dozen hoses and pipes which are disconnected. This isn't just a bad example of a Veyron. This is a car split in half, ratchet strapped to a lift. And the more we look, the worse it gets.
What's...
Is this carbon, is it?
So the blade is carbon. What the owner has told me is that anything that's the big Mansory carbon is the real carbon on the car. That's all real carbon. When it's got the small, what I've got standard weave, is basically a wrap.
And as we all know, with a wrap, sometimes it's hiding some dark secrets. And judging by the rest of the bodywork, there could be anything under there. This car was once shiny spoon colour, which right now is pretty much impossible to imagine.
It's horrific though, look.
It's a finish that petrifies us. I have honestly been petrified of it.
So you've got some kind of.
Mark.
Have you ever seen a Bugatti like this before?
In 2 halves, yes. In this finish, no.
This is not a painted finish. This is aluminium, painstakingly polished for hours and hours, till it's literally like a mirror. And that means there is nowhere to hide any blemishes, any marks, any scratches that you see smash you straight in the face.
So if you look, there's a dent going right down that rear panel as well on the aluminium.
Oh yeah. Well, how would you get that out?
The dents, I do not know. Because you can't exactly just fill it.
No. Yeah, you got a Tesco's parking dent as well there, look.
Oh god, yeah. It's getting worse than this. I think we better stop looking at it.
How this could ever be back to its former glory, I just don't know. And it doesn't get any better inside.
You might look at the seats. See all the, where all the seats have been sat, all the seats all.
Oh god.
All
Do you reckon
leather.
that's damp or?
Might be damp, but if you look, it's all like wrinkled and.
So, the exterior, well, that's in a bad way. And unfortunately, also the interior is in a bad way. And the gearbox, well, that is in a very bad way. Oh, and it turns out there is more mechanical stuff. And yep, you guessed it, in a bad way.
So we know the car runs. It has got a misfire, which we diagnosed down to an ion control module, which we did briefly before splitting the car because these problems had to be resolved. And the rear spoiler doesn't work. But the rear spoiler did work when it was at the previous garage. So in the reassembly of the car, they've done something which has caused the rear spoiler to not work.
I am gutted. We all genuinely thought that this was the car. We thought this was the one.
This is a mess now.
Mark, Janie's going to kill you.
I don't think this is going to be a purchase. It's cool though. It's good to see. It's good to see because obviously we've seen
a lot of work.
We've seen the absolute, ultimately beautiful ones, and now we've seen this. But
you wouldn't even expect to see one.
Nah, this is a step too far for me. No, like this is. Like at 1.1 million, that's fucking ridiculous.
So, yeah, exactly. The thing is, what's it going to cost you to get it back on the road?
Hundreds of thousands of pounds. And you've got the risk as well. You've got the unknown. Like it could turn into an absolute disaster, couldn't it?
But before we completely make the right decision and obviously walk away, everything can be repaired. And I can't get this out of my little brain. It's like tidying Reese's mum's bedroom. You have to make more mess before it gets perfect again. So does this look worse than it actually is? Let's just figure out just what we know, what's broke and how much progress has been done already to fix it.
So how long's this car not been working for?
So, car was at a previous garage for about 2 years. They supposedly replaced lots of parts in the gearbox, put the car back together, and they still had the same fault. At that point, the car got pulled from that garage and went to somebody else, where the car sat for what I believe a couple of months. We picked it up from them, and then we split the car again after diagnosing, the problem is still an internal fault with the gearbox. We suspected it to be a clutch fault. We then got told that it had a clutches put in it by this previous garage. When they stripped the gearbox, it was evident straight away clutches hadn't been replaced. So then we was
so
like,
it got ripped off, did it?
It appears that way, yeah. We didn't then think this was actually the problem with the gearbox because they're still working, yeah. Normally when we take the clutches apart and they're no good, it's evident straight away there's a problem. They took the gearbox apart further, and then when they started going into it, they started finding like bits of metal, bits of debris. It had blocked up these oil galleries, which had then caused the selection of the gear. We then got told they basically done a general service on the gearbox, and it was done by a race team somewhere. They'd done nothing wrong, but the sump plug had pulled the thread as they undone the sump plug on the gearbox.
So would they have drilled that sump plug out?
Yeah, they'd have drilled it out and helicoiled it, is I'm guessing how they would have done it. In the repair of that thread, that's how the debris got into the gearbox. So yeah, unfortunately with this one, rather than it actually being a mechanical problem with the gearbox, it was actually almost like an external problem.
So there's no like gear smashed to pieces or casing knackered or...
So, by the sounds of it, there hasn't been a catastrophic failure, simply a human error which has resulted in some swarf entering a very expensive area. But the big question, why the hell has it not been fixed?
And the reason it's taken so long is because when they split the valve body, and there's lots of very intricate little O-rings and seals the shapes to go around these galleries, none of these parts are available to purchase. So there's not a single part for this gearbox that we can walk into Bugatti and say, can we have this?
Even at Bugatti?
Even at Bugatti. So everything we've replaced, every seal, every O-ring has had to be manufactured.
This is the way that some brands work. Main dealers have parts on their system which are blanked out. No matter how much money you have, there is no option to buy the smaller individual pieces. You have to buy the complete big assembly. 10 years ago, I had this exact issue with a Lamborghini. I needed a rear left light lens on my Aventador, but they only sold the complete whole light assembly, and even worse, in pairs. So for years, I had a right side light listed on eBay, and in this world where we try and recycle, be green, save the planet, it just seems wrong. And this complete gearbox, which in theory we might need, is very expensive. And it does sound like a lot of the work has already been done.
So the gearbox at the moment is sat on a workbench. The gear cluster is assembled. The casings are basically ready to go back on. The O-rings are now produced for the hydraulic block, so that just needs reassembling. And the final piece of the puzzle is really the clutch packs. He's just waiting on the manufacturing of the actual friction plates of the clutch itself.
Is that money still to be paid, or is that...
There's still a balance to pay the final payment on the
But up until now, has it been paid?
Up until now, it's paid complete, yeah. Yeah.
And what about your bill?
My bill, we are not owed a penny for this car currently.
So, to me it sounds like this gearbox is salvageable, and in theory, nearly fixed, and importantly for maths, mostly paid for. But the problem is, there is no way of knowing until it's fitted and tested that it's even working. And if it's still wrong, it's back to Bugatti to get a new gearbox, which is the same price as a house. But another big question, do we even have a complete car? Well, I mean, like all of the parts.
Are all the bits here?
We've got all the large items, so all the floors, the engine covers, everything that I could see wasn't fitted to the car, wheel arch liners, I could account for when we were given all the parts. The bits I can't account for are all the nuts, bolts, washers, clips.
Which doesn't sound too bad, until.
So I bought a set of under tray fixings for one of the cars we'd done. A few days later, I got a delivery from HRE, turned up in a little van, which I thought was impressive because they're nowhere near here. And he handed me a little box. I was like, no problem. Oh, that's my tray bolts, perfect. And in there was the invoice. And the invoice was £6,000 for these bolts. So I was...
And the bolts for this here?
All the nuts and bolts we've removed from the car are in... Sorry, not easy to get to, but they're in basically pots on here.
Oh, okay, love it.
Wiring pots on there.
Good one.
And that there is the grey area, the unknown, the wiggle room. We know we might need a new gearbox, but when there is bolts, hoses, clips, bigger pieces missing, those parts could be tens, if not hundreds of thousands of pounds. Oh, and there's the small fact that they won't sell them to us. We all like a cheeky gamble, but this would be crazy.
The trouble is, like talking out loud, I don't think that the price, the asking price, is in any way worth the risk of this.
The thing is, the risk, as we were just saying then with the bolts, just be a few bolts missing and one trim panel before you know it, without even thinking.
I think we need to get some unbiased advice from a true Bugatti professional.
Yo, morning.
Got an interesting one for you. I know you love Bugattis.
Oh, not bad.
What are you doing?
Not bad.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it fully chrome?
Yeah, it's a Mansory version. I'll show you a Mansory glue. Love a bit of that.
I love Mansory. Yeah, but let's ask. Look at that glue. Oh my days.
What do you reckon?
So, what's missing?
A gearbox.
So, how are you going to put that together, Mark?
That's your job.
I can train you.
This will blow up your channel. You've been looking for something. This is the one.
It looks interesting, that. Could be missing one thing, which costs you £150,000.
Are we talking walk away?
If it was me, I'd be buying it.
but if you were Mark from Redditch.
If I was Mark from Redditch, I'd be saying, see you later. That's not for me. but I know what you like, so I don't know, maybe you just want to buy it and look at it for another 2.5 years. And if they've got all the parts and the gearbox is there, I think it'll be put back together, but it would take a long time.
You're the man to get Bugatti parts as well, aren't you? You've got inside.
Oh yeah, they love me.
Matt, you guys, Reese's mom, everyone is shouting walk away from this car. And let's be realistic, this car, as sad as it makes me to say this, it just can't be the one.
I'm gutted. After seeing the photos which we were initially sent, I really thought that this car was the one. So, on with the search. We are buying one, 100%. I am determined to get a Bugatti Veyron.
So, that wasn't what we were expecting at all. But don't discount it just yet. If we can get it at the right price.
But it would have to be a lot cheaper though.
It would have to be a lot cheaper, of course. Let's kind of work out what actually needs doing.
Like if we said to clean that as well, fix the back spoiler, a few things like massive figures now we're talking, but if we said 100 grand.
I think more than that, personally.
What, to fix it?
Without a doubt. I think you need to allow 150, I would say.
150?
I would, to be conservative.
So with the 300, if we say worst case scenario, 450, he wants 1.1. So
which we need to negotiate.
So that's done.
Yeah.
But if we could take a chunk off.
Exactly.
Let's twist around the other way. We repair the gearbox.
Yeah.
50. What's the Mansory interior cost?
We will speak to Chris, but I would say probably 25, 30.
Okay, so let's say we're up to 80.
Yeah.
Get it working. Let's say we spent another 100 on it. 180. If we could get that car for well under £1 million. So, where do we go to start with? Where do you think we offer cheeky, and where do we think we'd be happy to pay?
With the maths, I think you should offer
850.
My gut was going with something with an 8, starting with an 8 for sure. I don't think he'd take go 8. I don't think he'll take it, but hey, you can always be. But the value is in the car. Imagine the story with Channel, with your viewers being part of it.
I suppose as well, what excites me as well, to a certain extent, like it's like a blank canvas.
Completely.
So I feel like if it's scrappers and you were spending the money on it, at least you're going forward.
And it would be a really special car.
Are we saying this is back on?
So, as stupid as this sounds, saying it out loud, if we can get this car for under 1 million and pray that we can repair it for a reasonable amount of money, then we might just pull off a masterpiece. And it costs way less than any other Veyron in the country. In fact, the whole world. But of course, it could all go terribly wrong. But I reckon we save that thought for another day. So I wanted to run this by my teammates in life to see if they would even entertain this. The McCann's buying a broken Bugatti. Obviously, depending on the price. Right, let's go for the options where we are now, okay? So that's the Sang Noir, the one which we all loved last week, which is 2 million.
I've not got my glasses on, but how's that entered the room?
It's 10 mil.
How has that entered the room? How many are they making?
Just the one. But I reckon we're going to get a phone call.
For Father Christmas?
No, not for Father Christmas.
It'd be good if Father Christmas did ring. Let's take that one out of the equation. Rip it up. That's it.
Now, we already know this is 2 million. And the only way to get that is to sell the P1. So, we have an option.
Right.
So, Ollie knows this car. It's called a Mansory Persang. This is for sale now at 1.1 million.
Is this one a lot older then, seeing as it's a lot cheaper?
No, there is a bit of an issue. The gearbox doesn't work.
Oh, here we go.
It's not perfect, right? It doesn't like. It's not like. It's not. It's not like exactly the same as that because it's been taken apart to take the gearbox out. Worst case scenario. Let's go worst case scenario. That might be about 300 grand to fix.
Right.
Maybe a little bit more.
Right. But then does that make that overpriced for the year and mileage and everything?
9,000 miles, super low miles, and we've been told that this range is anywhere between 1.6 and 2 million pounds worth when it's fixed.
Right, okay. You're the one that knows best in relation to things. Like, if you've got an option to have what you want and also keep the P1, which you want to keep, then obviously that's a route to pursue. But I know that you like to get in cars and drive them straight away. So the fact that you're not going to be able to do that, to me, is a bit concerning. But if you're sure, then I'm with you.
Well, just because that's a special car, but this one's more special.
It's more special, but this is a lot more money.
If you have that, Daddy's got to sell a P1.
Yeah, just sell it. Just sell it.
Don't you like the P1 anymore?
No.
Why not?
Because I do not like the wheels. I hate the wheels. And I hate the...
Right, let's have a team vote. It's not a family vote, it's a team vote this time.
10k Jane.
And we also have special guest for the channel tonight. Everybody's been asking for her. There she is. Should turn the camera around. Ready, everyone? The big reveal to Reese's mum.
Sorry to disappoint.
So, we have a vote. Do we sell the P1 and take the stunning Sang Noir, or do we risk it all for a biscuit and buy a broken Mansory Persang Veyron? Let the voting commence.
Right, I'm going to gamble. Not on black and red, but on spoon and carbon.
I'm going to go for the black.
I'm going cheap and cheerful.
Oh, Reese has got the deciding factor. Oh, you're out of a job.
No, that's out of the equation. It's either 1 or 2, thank you.
Well, this makes for a much better story.
Right, here we go. You guys have put me in this position, and with this car, we are all going on this journey. No buying behind closed doors, no off market. We are in this together. So please make sure that you're subscribed to join us on this journey. And also, when we do hit 1 million subscribers, I promise I'm going to buy Jane her carpets. Are we all behind this then?
Ow! Right!
But we can't celebrate yet. We need to do some hefty negotiations to get this car for under $1 million. And if we can, this car is coming home to the Las Vegas of the UK, Redditch. If not, back to square one.
Hey Mark, you right?
I'd like to put an offer in, please.
Okay.
I think we need a few terms, if that's right, if you can explain to him.
100%. What are your thoughts?
I want to make sure that Jamie, the storage bill, is up to date, and I think we need that in writing.
For sure.
Gearbox man, exactly the same thing. We need to know that all that work he's done, we're not going to get the bill for that. Like, we only pay him from today forward.
If you want an offer in, that's absolutely fine. We're happy to do that, and we can move forwards and negotiate for you to get the best price. But as you said, I think the most important thing is making sure that we've got all the correct information from the parties involved before we move forwards.
Perfect. Right, the offer I want to put in is 800k.
Okay.
You've got a bit quiet. Do you know what though? Like the risk, right? If you imagine we've got no gearbox at all at the minute, we don't even know properly where it is. We've got a spoiler which doesn't work. We've got a misfire on the engine. We've got bolts in cups.
From seeing the car with you, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Look, I'm more than happy to put your offer in. I'm here for you to kind of get the best deal we can, and so yeah, I'm more than happy to do this for you. I'll have a chat with him. I'm going to put your offer to him, and we'll go from there.
Perfect. So fingers crossed the owner is willing to do a deal and we'll be able to make this dream a reality. If he agrees to our offer, then we have the only challenge of transporting this car to Furlongers, but in 2 pieces. Obviously, even though it is in half, it's still worth a lot of money. So I need a company I can trust to move it, which is where United Worldwide Logistics come in.
Hey Mark, I have spoken to him, and he won't do 800.
Yeah, it's not surprising to me. No, okay.
He said to him it's worth more than that, but he has come down 100, so we're at £1 million.
What do you think?
I think obviously there's a bit more room for negotiation.
How about then, should we... This is crazy because we're talking about £100,000. Me in the middle, 900 grand. Tell him that's our final offer. After that, we're going to walk away.
All right, I will tell him your offer's 900,000 on the nose, and see what he says.
United Worldwide Logistics transport anything from planes to boats to cars, all the way down to small packages across the globe. So I know I can trust them with this car. Arranging it is easy because you speak to a real person, not a telephone robot, and that's why they have award-winning customer care. And the best bit is they deal with everything in-house. Whether you are importing or exporting, they sort out all the customs, so it's all made super easy. So no speaking to 10 people, wasting loads of your time.
Hey Mark.
You alright?
Hey mate, you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sitting down?
I am sitting down, yeah.
We've had a chat, and he has agreed to your terms and requests.
Right.
And
What?
you have bought yourself a Veyron.
Really? 900 grand?
£900,000. Deal done.
Jane, we bought ourselves a Veyron.
Oh, Jesus.
All gonna be okay. This is amazing news. This is our very own Bugatti Veyron. But there is one issue still, which you will see later in the video. 10k Jane's reaction is pretty priceless, as I might have forgot to tell her that the car is in 2 pieces and looks like a barn find. And just one last problem. I can't afford it. So we have a massive challenge, and we need to be quick. We need to sell some of the current cars, and the easy route would be to get rid of that P1 to Carl. But that's the last resort, as we know it's going up in value each month.
I'm happy to give you 100 grand profit on the P1.
Wow, really already? And I don't want to miss out on that profit. And I love the car. It's got huge sentimental value for our family. But I have another 84 cars in the collection, and many I literally never even start, and they are worth some big chunks of cash. We have agreed on £900,000 for this car,
So I need to get to that figure. I have 300 grand already, so I need to sell cars to make up the balance. I need to sell at least £600,000 worth of motors, and quick. I just don't want the owner to back out of this one. So let's go through which cars in my collection are sadly having to leave.
Will?
This is Will from Warford Cars. He's here to collect my Honda NSX. For this, I'm looking to get about £100,000, and I have a plan to maximise the sale.
I'd prefer, like we talked about, is to SOR it.
That means we can return you the most money for it.
Yeah, so that will get to that 200 grand.
200 grand was an absolute bargain, and better news for you lot, it's only up for £90,000 and available to buy today. That means nothing in the pot yet, but for this next BMW, I paid £18,000.
Right, next one to go, unfortunately, is the M3 E92. Now, I did buy this as an investment car, but need must, we've got a bigger project coming.
Great.
SM Specialist car, done a deal.
21 grand into the pot.
Right, another one gone. Tal.
Mark.
This, obviously, I had very early when these had just come out. Cost me 9.5, well, actually nearly 10 grand. Tal's taken it away for a 6 grand bargain.
Yeah, bargain, absolute bargain.
What are you going to do with it?
So we're just going to use it for a bit of promo for our business and stuff.
A little closer, we're finding that money.
This is a weird one, but I'm always up for a hustle. And a few years ago, I bought some private regs, WH16LEY, in the hope that one day I would find a Wibbly. I paid £1,000, and today through Instagram, I doubled my money and sold it for 2 grand.
I bought this off a guy 7-8 years ago. Me and my friend Darb went to pick this up. This one cost me £7,000, okay? I've just sold it back to the same guy all these years later for 24 grand. So that was a right result.
I am gutted the grey 205 is going, but I am keeping the Miami blue one. So far we have sold 3 cars, which is way short at £53,000. And worryingly, the days are rolling by. And when I'm selling some cars, you can't do that without selling at least one to Binker.
I just can't see how any vehicle could get any better than this one.
You're really upselling it, aren't you?
I think it says it for itself, look at it.
Got a little dent there, look.
That's not a dent, that's the same the other side.
Oh, I think the only way forward with this car, I think, is giving it away on Planet of Dreams. A big fat 1 penny per entry. But before we go into that can't happen until I've done a deal with you, Mark. I think 5 grand is a fair offer.
5 grand is fair. Should we do rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
6 or 7.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Before we start, I'd just like to say I am going to go rock.
Is that like a bit of a mind game, is it?
I told you.
No, I'm lost, didn't I?
Cost me 10 grand, 7 grand back. Not ideal, but time is ticking. Next, my Focus track car, which we built in an old video. With the Focus, I did get my money back, £3,500 into the kitty. 5 cars down and £63,500 total so far. So unfortunately, now some big cars have to go, which I'm truly gutted that I'm selling. My beloved Audi S1 rally car. I know a lot of you will be disappointed, but this Bugatti is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I paid £100,000. It was a great investment.
To the pot, 140 grand.
And unfortunately, the other short wheelbase Audi also has to go. Paid £85,000, profit again over time on this one, sold for 100k. I have 2 cars for sale at Carl's which have not sold yet. The Mercedes 600 listed at 130 grand, and really sadly to say, my 6R4 up for £450,000. Worryingly now, no more money in the pot so far from these. But if you are after a sound investment, go see Carl. However, we do have a sold big lump. Again, I'm gutted, but I have ticked the box, which I am very grateful for. My beloved Ford RS200 has gone for £300,000. So, with James Carpet Fund gone again and selling a few internal body parts, we have enough. So these are all the cars which have gone so far in exchange for a Veyron. Let me know in the comments if you think it's worth it.
Right, ready?
Yep.
This is a big button to press. Money sent. Oh God, I hope we don't regret this.
Veyron.
Senna, I just bought a new car. It's a Bugatti Veyron.
Bugatti Veyron, didn't he?
Yeah, Spaghetti Veyron. But I just bought it. It's not here yet. It's still in.
Mom! Yeah. Daddy's buying a Spaghetti Veyron and he's in big trouble. I'll take it.
Deal complete. Car paid for, and I can't believe I'm saying it, but I own a Mansory Veyron. Only downside is it's in 2 halves.
And Jane's yet to find out it is in 2 pieces.
I'm just absolutely gobsmacked.
Next, we need to transport this car to Furlongers. So I've made a call to United Worldwide Logistics and they are handling everything for me. So if you need literally anything transporting, I've left a link in the description and you can use my discount code MARK10 so you can save yourself some money. Right, now the very small fact of proudly showing Jane my amazing purchase. Wish me luck.
Jane has seen some lovely photos of this car. Unfortunately, that was from 4 years ago. But we all know everyone loves a surprise. Now this is a very special moment. In life, I'm not trusted with many decisions, but with cars, I do know my stuff. We've been together forever and we do so many things together. We work together, hustling, buying, selling, grafting for our future, and ultimately, a little bundle of happiness, Senna. But one of the biggest parts of our lives is cars. Our honeymoon, in fact, was spent on the Gumball 3000. And we genuinely share appreciation for the motor car in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Jane even shared success in racing as my co-pilot, despite the fact she doesn't know her left from her right. And now, a new chapter, and maybe the biggest and best car we will ever have in our whole lives. And at car shows together, we've walked past plenty of these, never thinking that this could be ours one day in reality. And today, I'm going to show my wife our brand new second-hand Bugatti Veyron. The car's been transported to Furlongers, which we'll explain in the next video, but now the car is paid for. It's the first time that Jane gets to see it. There she is. It looks even worse than before.
Like, everything in here is beautiful. And then there's that.
You're very quiet.
I'm just absolutely gobsmacked.
You see, you haven't got to worry about that. That's just...
I think there's more pressing things to worry about than that, to be fair. The fact that it's in flipping...
Glass half full here, right? That is a Bugatti Veyron.
In 2 halves.
Which blows my mind. There's so many unknowns, like it's massively unknown. You know, we're up to here now.
You're past that. You're way past that.
So there's no going back. But we get a Veyron back to Redditch, which will just be next level. And fingers crossed, in the next video, we get to turn a key and drive it out that door.
And live happily ever after.
Live happily ever after, fingers crossed. Right.
Unfortunately, that video isn't going to be next week as we have a long way to get this fixed.
But make sure to subscribe to see if this gamble pays off. See you next Tuesday, 6 p.m.